The Expeditionary Center prepares airmen across the flight line to the frontline continuum. We educate airmen to move personnel and equipment to the flight line. We train airmen to operate on the flight line, marshaling cargo and maintenance. We teach command post controllers how to track aircraft from the flight line. We train contingency response forces how to open flight lines to the front line. And we provide airmen with the skills to operate on the front line. From the flight line to the front line, that's the EC training continuum. Partnering with Air Staff, Air Mobility Command, Air Education and Training Command, and the Air Warfare Center, the EC provides advanced expeditionary combat support training and education through 2 schools, including detachments at Scott Air Force Base, Illinois, and Hurlburt Field, Florida. The EC also provides command oversight to 5 AMC units at various locations across the country.
Right now there's, different ways of doing things that are out there. We want to make sure that everything is done according to the current regulation, or according to the current Air Force instructions, to make sure that it's done properly.
Part of the road, or put something in a culvert, you're going to see that heat change. So it's saving your lives.
Toes are pointed at the target. You're in that low ready. As you can see, he's already in that low ready.
The instructors we have here are for the most part hand-picked. They are certified to teach, ensuring the airmen that graduate from our courses receive Community College of the Air Force credit for all of the courses they take here.
These guys get training throughout the entire system from A to Z, and we're teaching SATCOMer type people networking type equipment and vice versa.
We're going to do the 2 critical rollover angles.
The resources that we have here at the Expeditionary Center are top of the line, and it really takes it to the next level when we're talking training.
All right, brace yourselves.
What we're doing today is we're prepping all these dog teams that are getting ready to go down range for missions that they're going to be doing. A lot of these guys, the way their main transportation is to get around is by helicopter. So we want them to be acclimated to what's going on so they know how to react accordingly once they get down range.
The students have just started the scenario, and from the instructor station, I'm able to see if they are statusing the aircraft correctly, and see which jobs they have started, and see if they're utilizing the resources the best way they can.
Just take the 6 in. It gives you a better idea what the whole picture's like real quick. And then being able to throw in one emergency in after another that we wouldn't get on a day-to-day basis normally.
It's definitely a better learning environment where we can make mistakes and learn from them.
You get to play with the system and see how to work it when I'm not pressured by work stuff I have to do.
And that helps them learn the best ways to run the flight line when they go back home.
You get pretty flustered when you're in the middle of it. You kind of don't know what's going on, but once you get the hang of it, once you have, your squad leader directing you, telling you, what to do, everything starts to piece together.
We're doing close quarter combat. Basically, we're learning to clear buildings and encounter enemy in those buildings. Getting this training right before we deploy, get your confidence level up. It helps you realize that the training that you just received is practical in the real world.
Right now, the students here, we have a combined Air Force and Army components that forms a joint task force to open a port. They're in a fictitious country called Nesser, and they're here to support that country because of a humanitarian issue.
The
meeting is between the local military, there's a Colonel Jafar, and they're meeting with the leadership of the Joint Task Force port opening, and they're just discussing, the day-to-day operations during the office call.
What we do for the host nations, we play it more like a real character and just try to give them that real effect of what it would be like to sit down with a host nation commander. We have a village that's in the exercise, and they get to deal with the constable, the mayor, and a lot of contractors, which actually gives them that ability to learn that in this environment and how difficult it is to deal with that, instead of learning it firsthand downrange and making those mistakes which could hinder your relationships in the long run.
Breaking the bounds of the stovepipe institutions that we've created across the Air Force. And then we're able to filter it out to the tops of all those stovepipes, and then it's getting down to the lower levels. So this airman over here, not the only one getting the information, this airman that might be doing the same task is getting it.
The professionalism that's around here is amazing.
The interaction, the networking that you get to do at a class like this is invaluable.
It's important because you don't want to be in that situation the first time when you're deployed, when you have no idea what your enemy is going to throw at you. You want to be in that situation in a training environment where you have the opportunity to practice things, where you have the opportunity to work with instructors who can actually, help you. Because really the key is you getting out of there alive, and they're there to make sure that happens.
From the flight line to the front line, that's the EC training continuum.